I was gonna watch the highlights of the Bucks Packers game and just speak over that on what I was thinking. But then I came across this video of Max Kellerman apparently saying that Aaron Rodgers choked. I haven't watched this. Obviously, I know a thing or two about choking, and I don't think this is Rodgers' fault really. I'm kind of interested to hear his perspective on it, but watching the game, I wouldn't really put much of the blame on Rodgers. I mean, yeah, there were some things he could have done. He could have ran it from the 8 for sure, but I mean, I wouldn't put this on Rodgers. I don't say he's choking. Whatever. I'm interested to hear what he's got to say. Let's hear him out.
Choke. He absolutely choked. If by he you mean Aaron Rodgers, why are you trying to shift the blame off of Aaron Rodgers? Read my lips. Aaron Rodgers choked.
Whoa.
Aaron Rodgers choked.
Yo, Stephen A. He said, read my lips. he's standing by it, yo.
I haven't heard anybody say that.
Here's the bottom line.
I don't like that one.
He and Tom Brady were playing each other, and there was enormous legacy on the line. Enormous. Because people like me, and I really believe, I'm shocked that it went down the way it did. Thought, come on, everyone knows Rodgers is better than Brady. Talk to anyone who's played against either guy. They're like, of course Rodgers is better. Rodgers has all the decision-making plus much more talent.
Okay, I guess.
Brady was going to be great wherever he was, but lucky that he was with Belichick. And I don't care how loaded the Bucks are. Brady went to 9 Super Bowls with Belichick, barely lost 3 of them. And then goes to Tampa, and I don't care how loaded they are. He's in the Super Bowl again, year 1. Belichick was 7-9.
That's crazy. Just a side note, Brady going to the Super Bowl one year, you just pick the team at random and go, all right, I'm going to take you to the Super Bowl. As respect for that. Respect for that.
The deck in his favor, but whatever. And Brady wasn't even great last night until he needed to be. Then he made the plays. Let's go back to the end of the second half. Aaron Rodgers had 3 shots to link up with Davante Adams.
Right.
They'd have scored a touchdown. They blew it. They blew it. If Rodgers had passed more accurately, they would have scored a touchdown. Okay. He was unable to link up with Davante Adams. They kicked the field goal. That also led to a decision to go for an extra point instead of just, kicking
earlier
the
in the
point,
game,
right?
I think he's talking about.
So they're going for 8 instead of 7. They wind up with 6.
I
They had to kick a field goal instead of
I don't know
scoring
how
a
much
touchdown.
Of that is.
Those points added up. In fact, it's the margin of defeat, the margin of victory for Tampa. But that's
the extra point thing, though. That's on the floor. Rodgers pretty much said that late in the game. He was like, those decisions are not on him. That's LaFleur just wanting to get points for his team. That's not so much a Rodgers thing. And I think at the end of the game, they were still in a position to win that game. If he's talking about what led up to it, I guess I understand it. But let me just hear what he has to say once he gets to the end.
Remember how Brady responded? Took him right down the field and threw a touchdown pass. Now, what happened late in the game on the play you're talking about?
Packers defense is terrible.
With LaFleur, you're trying to somehow shift the blame to LaFleur. Oh, he shouldn't have kicked the field goal. Yeah, he shouldn't have kicked the field goal.
Not
of
at
course,
all.
they should have gone for it. What happened on the previous play? Aaron Rodgers had daylight. He would have run it in for a touchdown. Fair. Worst case scenario for the Packers, they'd have got him on the 1-yard line. You know what would have happened? LaFleur would have gone for it.
Right.
If they were on the 1.
I agree with that. I do. I can't lie. I agree with that. I wouldn't put it all on Rodgers, but I did say if he had scrambled and he had run that and made it close enough where you're not going to kick a 20-yard field goal. You have a chance to score and then go for 2. Like that, I agree with that.
1-yard line, LaFleur, if it's 4th and goal, LaFleur
I'm not putting
goes
it all
for
on Rodgers, though.
They weren't. Rodgers made a bad decision. Rodgers is better than Tom Brady in every single aspect of the game up until it matters most. And then Tom Brady's better than Aaron Rodgers.
Brady didn't really play that well, though. He threw some terrible passes when they blitzed him. It wasn't.
Rodgers, who won 13 games last year, is going to be the MVP this year. Improved from last year this year. With the money on the line, didn't come through when Tom Brady did, and that's why the Bucks are going to the Super Bowl and the Packers aren't.
That's just the most asinine opinion I've ever heard you give.
I love when Max just makes a long explained reasoning behind what he says, and Stephen A. just immediately goes, "You are an idiot, and this is why you have 0 friends. This is why you don't fit in." Stephen A. is the GOAT.
Please, Aaron Rodgers was ball. Tom Brady actually was really, really struggling in the second half with his 3 interceptions, okay?
Absolutely.
He was overthrown. He was underthrown. He threw in 3 interceptions. He missed open receivers. Don't get me started with that. That's number 1. Number 2, Yes, Aaron Rodgers could have ran for the or at least come close to the goal line on the third down play. I get that. Aaron Rodgers specifically said he thought he had 4 downs. He might have approached things differently in the event that he knew that the coach was going.
Yeah, but why would you try to throw it into that tight window with Adams, though? You could have just ran
you
with
were
that.
You were in a first and goal kind of situation. Aaron Rodgers said that. Matt LaFleur is on the record. LaFleur is on the record stating that the communication between the two should have been better. He sat up there and said he should have let him know. He should have made him recognize the kind of mindset that he had. So he wasn't communicating with his quarterback, just like he wasn't communicating with his defensive coordinator when he sat up there and left Kevin King alone, getting burnt all day. Just
Kevin King was
you gonna sit up there and leave him in single coverage with no help over the top, with 6 seconds left in the half, with Tom Brady as your quarterback. And then the most egregious part of it all, the 4th and goal play where you took the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands. Why do you do that, Max Kellerman? Let's dissect that for 1 second here.
Why? Absolutely. You have Rodgers, so why wouldn't you go for it?
He's been to 9 Super Bowls. The dude's record, his play in the clutch, which Molly could articulate just as well as anybody, okay, is well chronicled. You sit up there and take the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left because you want your defense to prevent.
Who has struggled the entire game.
Not driving down the field.
Who has struggled the entire game.
Not driving down the field, needing a field goal. All he needed was a first down.
Then we'll stop
and you're going to sit up there and hand Tom Brady the ball back when all he needs is a first down?
This is on coaching. This is 1,000% on coaching. You got to realize who you're playing against.
I agree, but if not for the PI call, they would have stopped them. And by the way, they missed the holding call on Wirfs on the same play.
Yeah, they did. They did. 1,000%. He had somebody by the neck on that play.
I don't even know if that was catchable.
Excuse me.
It
wasn't catchable. It was like 10 yards downfield.
The guy's jersey was yanked. It was yanked.
And that's
holding, of course. It was definitely holding,
held the defender. The right tackle held the defender. And I know some people on Twitter are going to know.
It's not worth getting caught up in the penalties, though. Like, the Packers kind of blew it for themselves. I'm not even going to front with you. Like, if you had just trusted Rodgers and even talked with Rodgers, because I know those two have had issues, why wouldn't you just – it's 4-down territory. You need 8 points. It's 2 minutes left. Your defense has been terrible all game long. And Brady's missing throws, but they're not going to be throwing the ball. Really, they're going to try to run the ball. And Fournette was having a game. Like, it doesn't make sense at all. Rodgers literally was going to his defense and was like, yo, please make a stop, because they weren't doing anything to help him. Let's play it out.
Because there's a rule in place that if you get under, if you looked at the whole play, Wirfs hooked him early, rode him the whole way, it was textbook holding. And they didn't call that. But I'm not looking to blame a play or a call or a missed call. I'm not looking to blame a coach.
I gave you a litany of examples of how the coach coached this game.
I'm not looking to blame a coach. Whatever you say that cuts this way and that way, Rodgers had chances in this game where he didn't come through and Tom Brady did, period.
Yes, I agree he had chances during the game, but, I mean, with the game on the line, are you not going to trust Rodgers? And you're going to trust your defense? That has been terrible, by the way. Kevin King had a horrible game. I'm sure he's going to go on free agency. But, I mean, are you going to trust them? I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense to me. I hate to say it, bro. We might need to get Rodgers out of Green Bay, or at least try to figure something out. Something's got to get figured out, because they should have been in multiple Super Bowls by now. The Packers love falling apart in the NFC title game. The defense fell apart today. Rodgers had a couple iffy throws, and he definitely should have ran it in when he was at the 8-yard line. But at the same time, you're gonna praise Brady, who in the second half was missing people high, low, throwing lobs up to Mike Evans, thinking he was gonna be open. Like, it's just no. I don't think that's right. How do you feel about it? Let me know in the comments below. You think the Packers blew this game? You think the Bucs won it? Obviously, I mean, it's either way, but I want to hear what y'all got to say about it. Until next time, it's been your boy. You know me. Until next time, peace.